everyone. I have a quick tip for you today on how to position your wooden and your red rubber stamps onto your cardstock the way you want them. With these types of stamps, I know using photopolymer and acrylic stamps, it's easier to see them because you're looking straight through on an acrylic block, and you can kind of see where you're stamping or line them up on your MISTI and stamp them the way you want them. With the wooden and the red rubber stamps, it's a little bit harder to do that. So there's a tool, there's a couple tools that were out that are very helpful in doing that. There was the Stamp-A-Majig, which I used to use, and I haven't seen it in a really long time. So Wendy Vecchi also has a great tool that's kind of works the same way. So I'm going to show you how to use that today. I'll just show you really quick what comes in the package with the Stamp Positioner tool. So, like I said, this is from Wendy Vecchi, and what you get in the package is this, it's like an L-shaped ruler or L-shaped piece, and it has some measurements on it. And on the back are some magnets, and this is actually designed to be used with her Make Art Station, which I use for my stencils and ink blending, and this comes with magnets that you can use to secure down your cardstock and your stencils and do all kinds of projects on top of them. So it's nice to have this to be able to use it with too. So you've got the magnets here, and they're really strong. They really stick to this. So you get that, and then you get this thin acrylic piece that I'll show you how you stamp your image on there to line it up where you want it. And then you also have an acrylic block that's got some little scallops on either side that you can also use for, designing. You can trace the little scallops and that kind of thing if you want. So now I'll go ahead and show you how to use the tool. So let me go ahead and I'll just line this up here, and then you can kind of see how it works. So this has magnets on the back of it, and so it sticks to this metal platform here. And what you want to do first is you take the plastic piece. It's the thinner plastic piece that comes with in the package, and you just push it right up into the corner of this little L-shaped acrylic piece here. And then I just have some black dye ink. You can kind of use whatever you have on hand. Experiment on what works best on the acrylic block, but I think that the dye ink works pretty well. So then you want to stamp your image right up into the corner of this. And I'm going to flip this so that we don't see the words there. So I'm just going to stamp this flower, get it right up into the corner here, and stamp it onto the plastic. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of need the image so that you can line it up on your cardstock. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and position where you want your stamp to go. So in this case, I want to kind of create a background using these flowers. So you're going to take your stamped image that's on the acrylic piece, and you're just going to kind of line it up in the corner. Start here. And then you're going to take the L-shaped piece and put it right up into the corner of the acrylic piece, so they're touching. And then you go ahead and take your stamp again and put some ink on it, and then remove this plastic piece and replace it with the wooden stamp, and just stamp it right in the same spot in the corner. And you get it positioned where you want it. And what I love about red rubber stamps is the first try, they stamp really well. Sometimes with the photopolymer stamps, you get a little bit of beading on the stamp, and you have to kind of restamp it every time. This one isn't too bad. You could, and if you need to restamp it again, you have these magnets holding this piece down here, and so you can just keep stamping it again and again, and you can get a darker image if you want. So if you want to continue with the background, you can just go ahead and grab your acrylic piece again that has your original stamped image and kind of put that wherever you want. So I'm going to put one right here, and then I'm going to line up the L-shaped piece again right here, and then I'm going to remove this, stamp my flower, and I'm going to get it positioned right in the spot that I want it. you can just keep going. So however, you can put as many flowers as you want, and you'll get them positioned in just the right spot and the right angle that you want. But it's also useful if you want to, line up a sentiment, in a certain part of the cardstock, if you want it right in the middle. It's hard to kind of eyeball it, so it's better to use this tool to kind of help you to do that. So let me show you really quick how I do it with centering a sentiment. And this wipes clean, so it's very easy to just clean it off and you can start new. So I'm going to use this Cheers one. It's a little bit smaller. And then I'm just going to ink my stamp with the black ink. Line up my L-shaped piece. These magnets are so strong. And then I'm just going to stamp it right in the corner here. Line everything up. So I stamp it right on the acrylic piece. Oops. And again, doesn't have to be perfect. But then what you want to do is put it where you want it on your cardstock. So, and what's nice about this, the Make Art Station, it has the grid lines, and you can kind of line up your acrylic block, your acrylic piece, and kind of get everything where you want it. So let's see, I'm going to put this right about here. Okay, so I'm ready to stamp it for real. So then you just want to line up the L-shaped piece again. Like that. Remove this acrylic piece and replace it with your stamp. There you go. You got it positioned right in the spot that you want it to be. So that looks pretty good. So thanks for watching this quick tip today, and I'll see you in my next video.